Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Last Huzzah did not give their last Huzzah in that match. We can't afford this. Are out of the tournament. Last Huzzah stay on in the losers bracket and live to fight another day. Make it to the second weekend. Yeah, we're losing 8 teams today.
We are indeed.
24 teams are making it over to the second weekend.
Yep. And we saw in that match, one of the reasons we've seen the Ishtar banned quite frequently is you just sort of have so much independence that you can do. They're so difficult to handle. Even if you're not exactly piloting them perfectly, the sentry drones do a lot of the work for you.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, they obviously could have piloted a lot better. They could have been more spread out. But even in like a fairly kind of mediocre environment, it's still actually doing a good enough job to take down a Sleipnir team, which is a pretty solid comp.
Yeah, exactly.
So that Sleipnir comp, though, it's a little bit weird, right? There are a couple of modifications to the standard one that we see. Do you think that impacted how it performed? Is there?
Well, the fact that they lost the Basilisk so quickly to the Incursus diving in, not being able to screen out the Incursus in any way, like the Sleipnir should be able to screen. The Kestrels should have tried to at least attempted to screen. Like just letting those Incursuses dive in there and do their work is not really something you can let them do.
Yeah, I mean the use of the Scimitar instead of the Basilisk in most teams is mainly because of the speed, and the speed would have helped it survive a lot better there. It could have survived significantly longer if it could have avoided tackle, gotten further away from those curators, and then it would have been actually in a pretty good place.
Especially, like, you'll see the Basilisk when you need some cap transfer, or it's going to be running a booster, getting cap transfer for something else, but you can't do that in the Open 2. That's something for the Alliance tournament. But so the Scimitar is roundly almost always better. In sort of
almost every case. If you're trying to go for complete Caldari sensors to avoid ECM, that's a perfectly viable choice to make, but not in a situation like this.
A really clever person from Twitch chat just pointed out that we have the old Sleipnir icons in those post-match graphics.
Yes.
Those are the old Sleipnir models that have since then been changed. So don't be confused. This is just some outdated graphics because of recent changes made to the model for the Sleipnir.
We just try and make have as many ships that look like trains in our graphics.
Yes, because of the hype train, obviously.
When was the last time someone brought a rook? A rock?
A rock?
Rock.
Not in a while. We haven't seen one this tournament. Don't think we saw one in the last AT either.
We saw there's a ship called the Rook as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And we saw those we saw one of those in the last Alliance tournament.
Are generally a pretty good tournament ship.
Yep.
The old classic like triple Rook ECM team.
You know who created the most famous variant of that?
Who was it?
That guy?
Yeah,
that guy.
Right here. Yeah.
That guy.
The triple Rook, triple Kitsune, double Sleipnir team. Has all the awesomeness of as much ECM as you could stuff into that rule set. And then it just had 2 Sleipnirs because the 2 Sleipnirs killed everything.
That
works. So, with great pleasure, I say the next match is Team Cube versus Epic Finn's winning tournaments. So the Cube has banned the Celestis and the Armageddon, and Epic Finns have banned the Vindicator and the Dominics.
Yeah, banning the Dominics, extremely expected in this case.
Banning the Vindicator, banning out my proposed league comp for last time. Jeez.
They didn't ban out the Nightmare. So there's nothing stopping you from bringing in the Nightmares again.
The Nightmares are bad.
Except for the inability to apply damage.
Yes, possibly that. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually ends up bringing.
Honestly, ban of Celestis Armageddon kind of suggests Nightmares again. Because those are both things you really don't want to have in a...
You could just have like a ton of backup Nightmares.
I mean, like if you're expecting Nightmares, then bringing like a Curse would be fine, Sentinels would also be great.
Yeah.
Like one Sentinel.
If he brings awesome. 3 Nightmares and just wrecks somebody, I'm going to be so happy.
If he brings like 3 Nightmares, the other team just brings Drakes.
It's like, hey, don't shoot AM at us, please. But I don't know. What does he bring here?
Ishtars, maybe?
Ishtars would be actually a really good choice. Like Ishtar Vexor, just fly everything sort of the same. Like
I wonder if you could pull off 100 MN Ishtars and then just orbit the beacon, have them all orbit the beacon at 100 kilometers.
Or orbit at different ranges, so that he doesn't have to he just like sets the initial orbit and then like goes in and fiddles with each orbit so they actually spread out.
So I mean, essentially what you guys are talking about are tactics that he would spend like a little time setting up and then just walk away from the keyboard, pretty much.
Potentially. I mean,
Kind of.
It still wouldn't work very well, but I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, multi-boxing a tournament team, this is unknown territory. So far, it has been attempted once by him yesterday. So like anything he does is going to be like pioneering it. There's no.
We believe in you.
Yeah,
you can do it.
I really want to see him do something impressive.
I totally want that.
And even if he doesn't win, I mean, he's coming into it with a great attitude.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be a part of the tournament. I'm having fun. That is the perfect attitude to have.
He's an awesome guy, and he said that he would probably just sponsor a team next year. Rather than doing this.
No,
again.
he needs to not do that.
Maybe he actually wins a match here. Maybe he does something. Maybe this was so much fun that he's gonna do it again next year. But definitely, we love having him being a part of the tournament, be it as a competitor or as a sponsor.
I only want him as a part of the tournament if he multi-boxes 12. If he starts an alliance by himself and then does 12 ships for the alliance tournament.
That would be amazing. The other thing he could always do is just, get some other people to fly with him or something.
Yeah.
But no. Maybe get a couple of multi-boxers and have them each multi-box 3.
Okay, I have a question. What if... No, that actually is not allowed at all. I was gonna say, what if someone created an alliance tournament playing robot? But that's botting.
That is literally botting. Botting is bad, kids.
And we don't allow that, so don't do that.
Even if it's a physical robot.
Yeah.
Which both breaks our rules and will likely result in the extinction of all humanity.
Okay.
So I mean, double whammy there.
So I'm still in favor of Twitch plays the Alliance tournament. That would be an amazing thing.
Yes. Let Twitch choose the ships
Yes.
you fly. Yeah.
Twitch
let's
chooses
just
my
Twitch do
setup.
everything. So they're like double click, and it's just yeah.
We were talking about this in the break. Yeah. I really want to do Twitch FC as a dev fleet.
No, well, so you see, I want Twitch to FC, sorry, not to FC, to just control my ship, and I get control over the mouse and can left click, but I can't actually right click at all, and they control the entire keyboard. And I give them a map of all my hotkeys, so they're just like, deploy drones. Recall drones. Deploy drones. Deploy drones. Recall drones.
No, it would be
F1. 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 F1.
it would be more along the lines of deploy drones. Warp away.
No.
Jump.
Never fly
die,
at Dominix.
Self-destruct.
Yes. That would probably be the first
so
one.
there's no hotkey for self-destruct, and I'll never port my mouse over self-destruct. See,
So,
that's important.
I'm gonna go over a few tweets here about the upcoming match and the losers bracket in general. So we have Ellen McManus saying, "Been glued."
Aliaris, a member of the CSM.
Yeah. Been glued to the hashtag NEO all day. Losers bracket matches are great. They really are.
Yes.
So Bob Mon again. Hashtag Team Cube. I'm so excited. I have faith in you. Hashtag Feel the power.
Feel the power of the cube.
Yes.
Feel his cube.
And last but not least, Zenis Desev says, "Let's go, Team Cube." And without further ado, the match is ready. I want your predictions.
I know you guys are all going to hate me for this, but I'm totally going to predict Epic Fins.
I'm going with Team Cube. I think he's learned some lessons.
I'm going to predict that Epic Fins will win this match. But regardless of that, I am rooting for you, Team Cube.